Hello everyone, it's Mish here. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new, thanks for stopping by. I hope you come back for some more. And if you are one of my returning crafty friends, thank you so much for your consistency and your kindness and that you keep stopping back and leaving comments. It does mean an awful lot. Today is going to be, you guessed it, another day, another page in the Daphne's Diary Gluebook journal. So this is something that we started quite a while ago now. I'm thinking maybe a year and a half ago. And we've already filled up this journal that I am flipping through. There are a few little blank pages just because it was getting too fat. So we had to create another glue book. So if you haven't seen all the tutorials, they are in a playlist, Daphne's Diary Glue Book Journal, on my channel. And we'll be working in our latest edition. I just love flipping through all the pages. So, yes, she's so sweet. Oh, so one thing I did want to say. So last week's page, or the last time I did, our last page was this little girl. And I had mentioned during the page that I got this off, it was a free download off of her website. Well, after I did this, I went and got the mail, which we're going to be looking at issue 7, number 7 now, 2024. And there's actually, there's a page of her cutouts in this edition. And I'm not exactly sure which page it is. I think it's 10 something, this one here. So you can get this free as a download, or it does come in number 7 of the magazine, which I did not know. So we will be working in our latest one. I'm just going to set those aside over here for now. And it's going to be from this here. I'm not exactly sure what I'm going to do with it yet, but I know that this is going to be our next page. So I'm just going to go away, I'm going to think about it, and then I will be back. All right, crafty friends, I'm back, and I've taken that one page, I cut it, and I've put it in as my centerfold. So I've got that lovely tree there, loving that. So then I've cut out some of the other images that I thought we could play with a little bit. So I've cut out the tag, and I have a bird. So I've cut out this flower and this bird from the opposite page. So we have one that's just glossy paper, and then we have one that's a little bit, well, light cardstock, I guess. So I've cut some off of there, and I've cut some off of that opposite page. So this little flower and bird, I cut off the opposite page, and I thought I'd make a little tag cluster. And I'm just using just a little bit of Elmer's glue. And we're just going to sit little birdie right on our little flower there. And then for this one here, I wanted it kind of up in this corner up here. And I'm just going to put it flat to the page. I am going to do a little bit of some things with dimensionals, but I just am happy to have that just kind of hanging down like a little banner from the top of the page there. Let's get that a bit straight. There we go. Okay, so then I've cut out this little hot air balloon and the little birdhouse and the little flying bird. And what I thought I would do is get this little hot air balloon. One thing that I haven't mentioned in quite a while, but sometimes when I'm fussy, well, sometimes I forget, but when I'm fussy cutting and I want to cut, say, that little flag and give it a little bit more stability, I always just put some Scotch tape or sellotape on the back of the image on the back of the image, and then it helps me kind of not cut that thing off, cut the little thing off. So I'm going to put this about here, and I only want it, I don't even care if the flag stays down. Okay, so then I'm going to just put the birdhouse on a, I was wondering, no, I think I'll put the bird. So I'm going to put the birdhouse over top of the basket. So it looks like the birdhouse is part of the hot air balloon. That instead of this little basket, we've got this little birdhouse that's flying around the neighborhood. Because we've got birds on the move, and why can't they take their house with them? So then I'm thinking I'll put this little guy up on a dimensional. So I only have my dimensional tape here at my desk, so I just keep some little dimensionals in a little thing in this little thing. So we'll just get couple little dimensionals on the back of him. These actually might be a bit too high. Let's see. I think they're a bit too high. So my dimensional tape is, these are quite a bit, these are probably 1/8 of an inch higher than my dimensional tape. And I'm thinking that they're just standing, it's standing a bit too high. So I'll try to just cut off a little piece of this and put it there. I think would be good. Okay, I just finished filming a Marguerite Miller collage challenge, which you would have, if you do watch my channel, you would have already seen it, because it would have come out on Sunday already. All right, so I'm liking that. That's cool. So then I thought I'd do another little cluster using the little mushroom and our little squirrel nutkin and little hedgehog. So let's see. Kind of thinking they're having a conversation. So I think the mushroom can go right about there. The other thing that I did once I fussy cut out my items, is that I take a black, if I can find it, my black Pitt pen here, and then I just go around all of the edges. And I have to be careful because sometimes I slip and then I mark on the front of the thingy. So I try to put my thumb in a spot so that I'm not, if I'm going to slip, I'm going to slip on my thumb. And by doing that, by putting a black little border around the edge, it just sets the image off a little bit from the background. Okay, and then I think, which one? I'm going to put one of them on dimensional so that it looks like they're in front of the other one. I think I'll do the little hedgehog. So we'll get squirrel nutkin down right about there, underneath the tree. I think he might be talking about his winter storage of nuts. He's done really well this year, little squirrel has. Getting all his nuts collected and hidden away. All those little acorns. Okay. Let's get our little they're good friends. So then we've got these little guys. Isn't this fun? I love doing little scene building things. And then I thought that this little cluster here, so a nice little leaf, which will go in the background, kind of here, And then I think I'll put the pumpkin on on a dimensional. And lift that up a little bit. I love pumpkins. I think they're just so happy to look at. And then I'm going to use this little owl. So ever since I saw that owl in Cape Breton this summer, I just seem to be, everywhere I look, there's an owl. Either I pick up a magazine and there's an article or a picture of an owl, or I don't know, that just seems to be my spirit animal. Okay, so then I'm only going to put the middle, glue the middle of the owl so that his head will pop up a little bit. And I've got it so his foot is kind of resting on top of the pumpkin. So we got that guy. So then I could have just taken every bit of it, but all the animals, every bit of the illustrations. However, I think maybe that would have been a bit too much, but if you want to do all the little people, all the little animals, that's great. You do you, because when you look back on your page, then you'll love what you see. So I'm going to put just a little bit of dimensional at the top, but I'm going to put glue at the bottom. So it kind of looks like he's standing forward a little bit. And I'm really liking that because he's kind of looking up here at this guy and thinking, should I hop up there and have a little visit? Or should I just stay here? All right, and then for my quote, the quote that I'm going to use is from Art by Marlene. And I couldn't decide, don't be the same, be better. Because sometimes I need to be reminded to just that I'm capable of doing just a little bit better in my day. But I also like this. We're all just figuring it out as we go along. Because I think there's, everybody's doing their own thing, and like you and I. So I think I'll use that. We're all just figuring it out as we go along. I really like that statement. And so now I pulled out some things to do some embellishing. So let me just get this out of the way. Of course, I went to my gem bin and pulled out some gems, but I haven't used for a while the Nouveau drops. And I have a bunch of Nouveau drops, and I just thought I'm going to use some of the Nouveau drops. So I think I'll do these last, though, because invariably I will smudge something. So let's just go to our gems and figure out what we might like to do. And I just grabbed ones that I thought would go with the colors. So I'm going to start with these ones here, because I do like the amber and the orange kind of color gems. And I thought maybe put on the tree trunk, maybe where those circles are, just a couple little gems. Like there. And maybe one over there. And I think even like a pearl, because you can mix up your pearls and your gems. So that's pretty. That looks nice. Okay, and then what else? I'm thinking, I think that's probably all for maybe just a few little gems if I got some small ones. Some little ones, which I don't think I have small ones. I've got little small pearls. Okay, well we can do some little small pearls from this color palette. So let's see. There's one there. I was flipping through Prime, Amazon Prime channel. I got rid of my cable TV quite a while ago, and I just, when I want to watch television, I use Prime. Oops. Oh, where'd that one go? I find these ones here, if I'm going to be honest, I would never buy these again. These honeybee pearl stickers, because they don't stick well. You get them down and they fall off. And yes, I could put a little bit of glue underneath them, but I just found that I wasn't really satisfied with these ones. Okay, so here's one. Let's do one up here, just so that it kind of catches the light when the book is turned. And if you have stuff, gosh, you might as well use it. There's one there, one there. Let's put one up here. Okay, and then what if we put, I just heard one ping over there somewhere. They just go. I'm thinking about putting maybe one on the pumpkin over here. There's Chester again. As soon as I start talking, and he knows his name, he thinks he needs to be part of the conversation. Today he's being particularly possessive. He just wants to sit and cuddle. And Mom has things to do today. So I'm kind of thinking that Squirrel Nutkin is holding a gem. What about putting a little one up there for his eye? So I like these Spellbinders one, because they've got all different sizes and they stick really well. I need to get another pack of these. It's on my Christmas list. Okay. And I'll put a little, no, I was going to put a one there, but when I put it down, it made that guy look a little bit sinister. All right. So those are the gems, and I could put my little butterfly down because I find these go everywhere, but I'm running out of butterflies, she says, as she puts a little one here by Mr. Owl. Okay, so then I think we can then just, I'm trying to turn it so that you can see. So here's our little butterfly there, and then our little pearls are catching the light for me, but not so much for you. So then I just thought, let's just use some of my Nouveau drops. So Nouveau drops, if you're not aware, aren't like stickles. They are dimensional. So when they dry, they leave a little, it's like a dimension, like a raised bit. So I just thought maybe I would do just outline a few of these leaves so that when the page is turned, it kind of catches the light. And so I'm not doing the whole leaf, I'm just doing parts of the leaf, which will add a 3D effect, I guess is what I'm trying to say, and add a little bit of interest. The thing with these is it takes a little bit of time to dry, so, which is great because, and I got to remember not to put my hand in it. I have been filming this morning, and now it's time to get up because I've been here in the craft room for a few hours, and I need to do some housework and get some breakfast, even though it's well past breakfast time. I usually get up around 6 o'clock most days, but today I looked at the clock and it was 8 o'clock. I was like, holy smokes. I was tired. I'm going to put a little dimensional here by that little heart, which I think would look cute. And a little bit on this apple. I love this one here. It's like a copper sparkly one. You can get all sorts. And just go around and add a few things here. Maybe down here. And you can add some on the ground if you like. If you don't have this dimensional and you've got stickles that or like a glitter glue, and I don't mean like the glitter glue that is just a glue. I mean like glitter in a glue. Then you can use that. It may not go dimensional. The other place that you can get this type of thing is at Michael's in the t-shirt section. They have dimensional paints, which was sort of the same thing. I'm really loving how this turns out. I want it to be a little bit artsy-fartsy today. You could also just use like Wink of Stella to add a bunch of sparkle. Or any kind of aqua writers, glittery aqua writers that you have. But I'm liking that. So I think that's our page for today. I'm not sure if it's going to pick up any of that I've just put down, but I can see it, and you'd be able to see it too if it was yours. But yeah, so I thought that was a cute little centerfold. And that's it for today. So I hope you enjoyed that. And until we meet again, I do hope you stay safe and well. And bye for now.